Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Hades, where we are running a very, very different setup in our Mirror of Night today. I actually really like this challenge as a way of forcing you into... not forcing, but really incentivizing you into thinking hard about the other talents and which ones would be good and how they would be good, what they would be good for. That said, I do think a lot of these seem awful. A lot of these seem just a lot worse than the versions we were using, but we're gonna just have a maybe sort of a weird run today. So we have double bonus or double attack and special damage against undamaged foes. Obviously, I think this bonus is just garbage. It's like it's basically nothing. Against any foe where this is enough to make a big difference, you are already killing them so quickly it doesn't matter, right? This is hugely worse than the other thing. That said, it did only take like 60 darkness to max it out or something. Dark Regeneration, I think, might legitimately be better than Chthonic Vitality, potentially, depending on how things work out. 60% of your darkness coming back as health means that, although you are not receiving a steady drip feed of health throughout the run, 2 of the Trove types restore health. And then on top of that, when we get a darkness room rewards are they're like 12? Well, they're 12 if you have Dark Thirst, right? So that's a little bit, and then occasionally you get some darkness from the shop or something. Like, this allows you to buy food and darkness from a shop, potentially, and get even more health. This might be something. Chthonic Vitality is a lot of health over the course of a run, but honestly, I'm not sure that it ends up being more than Dark Regeneration. Stubborn Defiance means we always get 1 Defiance per chamber, and you only go to 30% instead of 50%. Obviously, this is hugely worse than the other Defiance, because the vast majority of the time you will not do a Defiance at all, right? It's when you are using extra lives, you are likely to need more than one of them, and the fact that this only takes you to 30% instead of 50%, like, this is just garbage. This is the worst. This is the worst talent in the mirror. Ruthless Reflex means we only have one dash, but we get a pretty sizable damage and dodge bonus when we use the dash well. This might legitimately be better than extra dash. It's just going to require learning how to play with it, so it's probably going to be real clumsy this first time out. To be clear, because of the changes in some of these, I think there's basically no chance we win. Abyssal Blood is a 25% reduction in the move speed and damage of foes that have at least 1 bloodstone in them. So obviously, we want to pursue a cast that does that thing. I do think this one's pretty good, although probably still less good than Boiling Blood. Stygian Soul means that our bloodstones don't fall out of enemies. I assume once they run out on the enemy, they just reappear in us 3 seconds later. Seems fine, honestly. I don't think that this matters very much. Although the fact that it's up against having more bloodstones, like, this is a fine talent, but the fact that having Stygian Soul means you lose additional bloodstones means it's, unusable, basically, except for fulfilling this prophecy, I think. Gain wealth when you clear an underworld region plus 15% of your current money. It seems like this is going to be very, very little money over the course of a run. There's no good reason to build up a ton of cash, and you definitely want to be purchasing strength throughout the run. You don't want to, the optimal play for Golden Touch, obviously, would be spend no money until you get to Styx. But if you're doing that, you're probably not actually winning the boss fight against Asterius and Theseus, right? Because, you're going to be short several boons and maybe, a couple of hearts and a hammer or something. I'm not going to try to optimize for this. We're just going to play normally with our money. Because it seems like trying to play for this is a huge detriment to your strength for very little benefit. High Confidence is bonus damage while your life total's high. I didn't bother to put any darkness in it beyond the first point. Privilege Status gives us 40% bonus damage versus foes that are afflicted by at least 2 status curse effects, which means this run, we really want to make sure we're getting our status curses. The good news is, fists are very good at applying status curses, so we might want to pursue Hangover and Chill, maybe? Obviously, we could get, like, weak or something, but I think hangover on attack and chill on special, or vice versa, is probably going to be pretty good for us, actually. So I think that's what we're going to go after. I just went ahead and looked up what this is, because this is not written in a way that makes any sense at all. The thing you're supposed to be focusing on in that first symbol is not that is the shape of the door reward, but rather specifically that the laurels around the side of it are gold instead of like a blue color. When a room reward is darkness or gemstones, stuff like that, the laurels are blue. When it's resources that help you on the run, like boons and hammers, the laurels are gold. The game does not make much of an effort to draw your attention to that, and so I had not noticed. But what Dark Foresight is saying is you are more likely to get helpful this run rewards rather than long-term currency rewards. That makes this pretty good. I actually think Dark Foresight's a pretty good talent, and it's up against Olympian Favor, which is, like, not very interesting. I think there's a pretty good chance we're going to keep this one on, actually. God's Pride is just chance for your boons to be epic. I don't think it's bad, but I do think God's Legacy is also quite interesting, so I don't know which way we'll leave this after this one. And then we picked up 1 point of Fated Authority. So,
I feel different.
After we do this run, we will have checked off all but one of the things on this list, if I'm not mistaken, and then we'll have to do that on the next run. But then we'll have a ton of blood to play with. And who doesn't love playing with blood? I ask you. Who among us? Can you imagine such a thing? Alright, so we wanna get Dionysus and Demeter going, probably. I don't know if Doom counts as a status curse. I'm wondering if maybe this run we want to forego the coin purse to maybe try to force 3 different gods before switching to help me survive the Hades fight. You know what? We're probably not getting past Theseus with these mirror talents, so maybe I shouldn't be. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't be too concerned about it. Let's go ahead and start with the coin purse. There's reasonable odds that we'll get Ares or Dionysus or Demeter for free, right? There's only so many gods. If we're looking for one of those 3, I think we have reasonable odds. And are we going to turn up the heat to 10 so that we could potentially pull an Erebus gate in the second biome? Maybe. It might not be a good thing to do this run, because this run's going to be really hard due to our mirror talents. Yeah, let's maybe even turn off extreme measures. We'll put up like I don't know, 20%, 15% health on enemies. Yeah, we'll do that as our 6 heat.
Do your worst, Father.
I really think some of the mirror talents that we have had to take here for the prophecy are so bad. Okay, so your special becomes a charged shot that deals 50 base damage. How does this really combine with... I mean, let's find out.
These fists are hungry to fight.
Oh, it has a power shot. Okay. Let's charge up our thing. Let's go punch some guys with normal punches until our thing is charged, and then test. We'll see how this works out. So yeah, see, the laurel's blue. So it'll tell us our special is charged when it's charged, right? We saw that. Okay. That's actually really cool. That might have coincidentally been a really great hammer pull for this particular run. Okay, Poseidon. Do I want to spend my thing here? I don't think Poseidon's very good for us, because we definitely don't want any of his knockback stuff. I'm gonna alter.
Time for a change.
Okay, Ares I will take.
Back to dust.
So I'm not gonna turn up my nose at any of his Doom stuff. That's pretty cool. Yeah, if he offers us a Doom thing, we're going to accept it potentially. Oops, I should have charged that. I guess it doesn't matter if the base version of it does enough damage to kill. Why bother charging, right?
Would that I knew the goddess Nyx myself, my kin. So many of my wars are waged by night. I am most grateful, and I wish her well.
Okay, epic version of Special Inflicts Doom I think will be really good if we can pick up the thing that allows your Dooms to stack, and you have to have a Doom Inflicting boon in order to get that option. So we're gonna hope that we will. And you know, maybe put our thumb on the scale a little bit to make it happen. I think it's even more important than usual to push max HP really hard, given the state of our Death Defiance. I'm not hitting the enemies. My knuckles aren't long enough. Maybe the right thing to do there would have been to save the cutter. So I could do like... you can't turn while doing it. I was going to say so that we could execute it in a way that would hit multiple people. But I guess we would have to have forced them to line up first. Oof, this is a thing I wish I could reroll. Well, you know what? We only have one high-quality boon, so at least we're guaranteed to get good numbers out of this. Alright, I panicked a little bit there. But did you see the near-miss notation when we narrowly dodged the trap? That was the game telling us that we had earned our damage boon for our damage buff for having dodged at the last moment.
Delicious.
And it's pretty significant.
Zesty.
It doesn't matter at all yet, but it will eventually. When we're fighting enemies that are a little bit tougher. Okay, that was pretty good. Yeah, I think this is actually really cool.
The underworld's power.
And we have our first accessible Erebus gate here. Alright.
Well, here goes nothing. Greetings, Father.
I'd like to see you dodge the following.
Alright, do not get hit.
My head.
Okay, so down here we have a timer that displays... Okay. I understand how this works. I feel so soft without my second dash. Very vulnerable right now. Very vulnerable. I guess, you know, we don't have to wait for the cutter to be supercharged. I can just use it normally. And it's actually quite effective. Thanks to our brilliant decision to take on the Doom. And it's got really long range. Helps make it not feel so bad that we only have one bloodstone. Yeah, this we accidentally created like a really powerful condition for this particular hammer upgrade that we didn't even know existed before.
How fortunate for you.
No problem.
I just got an achievement called Hold the Onions.
Olympus, I accept this message.
Okay, Doom effects deal more damage, but take a little longer to activate. You know what? I'm into it. Let's really lean in. We have a good percentage boost to a very powerful base value here. And then we're certainly not shopping. So I think Poseidon's pretty bad for us. You know what I'm realizing I'm not 100% sure of? Into the Codex we go. Duo boons with Ares. Because we can start building toward one of those, right? By the way, I do want to say, I'm very pleased with the brain level execution of a lot of the things we did last episode. I got pretty bummed out about like the way things actually went. But I think our strategizing and planning was really good. I would like to continue making decisions at that level. Things that allow us to turn into a spear laser wizard, you know. So, duos. Cast creates a faster blade rift. This is... No, that's Artemis. Okay, here we go. Doom effects continuously strike weak foes. That's right, I remember that, and that's really, really good for us, actually. So yeah, leaning into Aphrodite might be a good idea. This would require us to take Floodshot, which I don't think we actually want to do. Yeah, let's lean Aphrodite. Plus, I think Aphrodite's actual modifier boons are really good, too. Interestingly, we got a near miss there when he wasn't anywhere near hitting us. It must be mostly reading the timing, rather than like whether the attack actually could have made contact with you. So that's a thing to note. He's not suffering from the doom damage, though.
I sense the mark of my Lord Ares on you, love. He's poorly understood among the gods, yet surely you can see fair qualities in him and me.
Well, the tacked on and me, like she started to get jealous in the middle of her own question. So attack deals more damage and inflicts weak is totally reasonable for us. Obviously, I would prefer Dionysus for our attack, just for the extra damage. But this is 75% bonus attack damage. This might actually still be comparable. It's probably not. The hangover damage is really considerable. So I guess I'm going to take... Different league might be really good. We're going to want to be close to our foes a lot. I'm going to take different league. That said, if we want that duo boon, we want to pick up a weakness thing as early as possible so that we have the largest number of chances to pull the duo boon while we have all of the prereqs met. So I am going to take Dying Lament. Also, it's on the prophecy, you know. We got to take everything at least once. Okay, absolutely no choice here.
No one's here.
I don't mind that at all. Okay, well. It was easy the last time, it's easier this time too. I didn't actually finish the job. Wow, I'm a little surprised by the size of the explosion area for that Aphrodite thing. It's affecting a much larger group of enemies than I was expecting. I feel pretty powerful, to be perfectly honest with you. Ooh. So we don't need the healing from the darkness. The 5% max HP is real good, but Fated Authority might also be real good. I'm actually torn here. I think that max HP is way more important with our current boons than it usually is, so we probably ought to go this way. Plus, you know, we might take some damage, like the healing from the darkness might end up being relevant too.
Quite a mess
Oh.
you've made here, Zagreus.
Well, very
I
interesting.
got the message that you need assistance, Zagreus. You brazen wretches ought to have turned back.
You definitely ought.
Alright, so it looks like I can move as soon as the first blast from the cutter comes out, and the rest of them still launch. I don't have to stand in place for all of the casts. Ah, man. Stupid short knuckles. am at this point just stealing his kills.
You're all ready. So it's like that. Chamber secured.
35-4. Okay,
You held your own out there.
so we did end up needing it.
What is it with the generosity lately? Look, I'll just stash this with the rest if you really don't have a better thing to do with it than dump it off on me.
Hey, that's an idea. One of these days or nights, we'll have enough of this stuff to throw a feast to make all of Olympus jealous.
How we doing? We've actually got a lot of hearts on him already.
Listen to me. I don't know how else to put this, but I want you to come home voluntarily. It's not just you swept up in all this nonsense now. And I know you didn't ask for me to get involved, but what did you expect?
Fan, home is never going to be the same for me. There's no use trying to pretend. I have to go.
You don't have to do anything of the sort. You have no idea how good you've had it here. Maybe someday you'll come to understand.
Alright, the game wants to make sure that we have enough health that we at least have a chance of beating some bosses here. I do appreciate it. I do think that we need it.
Who's next?
Alright, so we really want to run into the middle of the formation of Skull Guys as quickly as possible. When you hit the power shot timing, the cutter shot goes very, very far. Alright, and now while crackling with otherworldly lightning, let's take a relaxing moment here to fish. Maybe we'll catch a hand.
Fish. Got me a knucklehead.
Yep, knuckleheads cannot resist lightning. Everybody knows this. Yes.
Whatever, let's try it.
Absolutely. This is going to put us back in full health. We would have to take a ton of damage here for that not to be the case. Although it looks like they are trying to create a situation where we might take enough damage. Yeah, I really forgot after the long knuckle run. I really forgot how short ranged the punches are by default. This is like a really huge amount of HP worth of
Who's
enemies.
going to clean all this up?
Well, that's better. Nice. Veiled in darkness.
Okay, well, we definitely can shop here. Do we have... Yeah, we have cleaned out all of the gold from this chamber.
I'll take this one.
We do not want to change this up, but look at the amount of special damage. That's very impressive. Ooh, man. Man, it's certainly interesting. Or Passion Dash. Passion Dash is good, and it means that we have... It's going to mean that we have that status curse up all of the time. Yeah, we should take this.
No love without pain. Don't spend it all in one place, mate.
Zagreus just saw Thanatos, and so, you know, he's got some stuff on his mind. The Death Blast is turning out to be way more considerable than I thought it was going to be, but how could we not, right? How could we not take that, given the Doom multiplier and everything?
Got a feeling it's Tisiphone this time.
Gosh, I hope so. Oh, right. And she doesn't get support. She's trying to hold it in. Oh, she's behind a different pillar. How did he punch every projectile except the one that mattered? I guess I probably shouldn't be leaning in too hard on this this cutter charging thing. Like, it's good to charge the cutter, but also I need to have the doom ticking on her constantly. Right, only one dash. And it's still probably right to throw punches while the doom effect is already on her, just to charge up, but this is how we should be fighting. Yeah, as soon as I started doing that correctly, the fight really sped up, huh?
Titan blood.
Alright, I think the fountain's going to take us just about back to full. So far things are going well.
How many times?
Next stop, Asphodel. Should I change things up?
So I think we want to push for Dionysus next, right? I think that's the next most important thing. And then we don't even have to do the Demeter. The hangover damage will be sufficient.
Should help.
Dash in, punch once, and then that's 2 status curses, and we'll be all set for stuff. Hard to know whether we're going to need this or not, but we may as well take it.
Should be useful.
It's not really that much money.
Got it.
So there was a Daedalus boon, a Daedalus buff for some weapon that gave a damage bonus that scaled with money on hand, right?
Bone Hydra awaits.
We could, it's possible that this extra money thing... Yeah, okay, this does require 10. It's possible that this extra money mirror power would make more sense if you were angling for that, but it feels like it's really hard to get particular hammer boons, right? So the cutter's thing explodes. It does an area hit. It's not just one target. Because we were able to apply it to both of those skeletons when they were just standing kind of near each other. Yeah, look at that. Oops, that's a bad time for that. Okay, Doom totally does count as a status curse for the purposes of privilege status, because you see that guy got the debuff on him. He got the indicator. Well, obviously Dionysus. Obviously, first of all, a name that actually is a god, and secondly, the correct god.
Moving right along.
Yeah, we're going to be in great shape with the hangover. I still think I like Family Favorite better than this, but it's certainly... Privilege status is certainly not bad. Damn it. Alright, enough. Enough out of you. I think these guys will just let me charge up on him, though. I see no reason to do anything other than punch him. If there's another wave, we can blow the cutter on that. Ah!
Lord Dionysus.
Definitely taking a lot of bad damage.
Say, isn't that the overflowing cup I handed down to you? I'm glad you like it, man. I guess it's overflowing still because I figure otherwise I couldn't tell it all.
I will say I am very bummed out to have this be common rarity, but I think we'd be very foolish indeed not to take it.
5-second rule. That was 5 seconds, right?
So is there? Yeah, okay, there is another one. Let's leave that until after we do the trove, but I think we should do the trove.
We have an intruder.
No time to lose.
Oh god. Damn you, wave skeleton.
That's quite enough.
That hurt more than it should have.
Gemstones and a little extra for Charon.
I do so hate... Wait, did I get... Was I at 162 before? I think I was. He said a little extra for Charon, but I don't think we actually got it. I was going to say, it would be super weird to get the gold for that since we don't get the health for darkness from troves. You know, the extra max HP. I mean... well, we're certainly not ready to shop here. Yeah, that feels very effective indeed. There's a lot of stuff that feels considerably more dangerous when you only have one dash. Oh, these guys. Okay. We're gonna have to be very cautious here. I think one of the blue skeletons is still up. Oh, never mind. It is kind of amazing how much more permanent damage feels. Knowing that we're not going to get any natural healing over time. It's probably, like I said, it probably is not the case that the healing from darkness ends up being a terribly huge amount of healing different from run to run. But it definitely feels worse. So what do we want here? Do we want to push... I probably want to push Dionysus, right? I don't really want either of their casts, and I would like some kind of cast boon. Yeah, let's go Dionysus. I think I would prefer, if we're going to get a call from one of them, I think I would prefer it be Dionysus. I really like his call. Oh, this. Oh, God. Alright. There's just enough of a break in the punch combo that you can't rely on it to just eat all of the damage. This works, though. Yeah, this is actually very effective.
Feelings.
Okay, well, yeah, we gotta take this, right?
2 for 1.
Pretty nice to see that so early on. And then it is key. Key is the only option. That's alright, key's pretty good. I really like these contractor upgrades that give the long-term resources a little bit more valuable as you get further into the game and start needing them for their original intended purpose less and less. Yeah, sticking the Doom debuff on somebody and then just running over and making sure privilege status is applied before the actual huge hit feels almost unfair. Look at how much damage that does. This is really cool.
Was that really necessary?
This is a very, very fun build. I like this a lot. There's so many really interesting ways to build in this game. We should probably take this.
That's a relief.
And then we still have more than enough money to go proper shopping. So I don't think we want the gold, but I don't really want the palm that much either. Do we want to use our altar? These are gold rewards, so we could see like hammers and boons and stuff. I think, yeah.
Something else.
Ooh. Boy, that's a change, huh? Yeah, let's take it, I guess. It's a little scary. So I think we wanna go Dionysus first here. I think both of these guys have kind of scary trial penalties.
Yeah, man, you know what it's all about.
I don't think we want this. I think Strong Drink might actually be... It's a little bit later than I'd like, so we're not going to get as much bonus damage as I might otherwise like, but I think we need the health. Am I being foolish by not taking Festive Fog? I would really like to have a cast boon that has our cast get stuck in enemies for the 25% damage reduction. Like, especially relevant against bosses, so I think we're going to take the Strong Drink.
You'd best not take for granted my affection, Godling. Yes, I've lots of it to go around, but I can just as easily rescind such privileges.
You know, through murder.
Don't hate me, Aphrodite. Now she's angry.
Fortunately, we have an unusually mobile fist build here. Like, we don't have to stand and fight much at all to do our thing. Also, she's setting off our near miss bonus a lot. I appreciate Zagreus calling out off-screen kills. Very helpful to me. Ooh, that could have gone a lot worse.
It is through times of difficulty that the love we share is tested and reforged. But you just watch yourself when testing it like that.
We could take Crush Shot. I think Crush Shot gets your cast stuck in the enemies. Sweet Surrender obviously is pretty good. An additional 10% weak damage reduction. You know what? Actually, maybe this is a good idea. We're so much more fragile than I'm used to being in a long-term fight. But like any source of damage reduction on enemies actually is pretty significant, and it's on the fated list. We haven't taken it yet. I'm gonna go ahead and do it. Shop, yeah, definitely shop. Is it boss time already? It totally is.
Should help keep me going.
Well, her cast would I think be a pretty decent one. That said, we do also need a call, and we can just use our normal cast for the damage reduction for right now. I think that's fine.
Much better. Got stronger there.
Curse of Pain. That's the special thing? Yep, now up to 187. Alright, I don't love how short range our attack is for this, but honestly, I think we've got a pretty good build for fighting the Hydra.
Touch me and I shall have your head.
So this is the one that drops the rocks, right? Yeah. Oh, darn it. That feels pretty good. That's pretty effective. I'm not going to stress about these skeletons. They'll sort of die accidentally, I think. Oh, that feels a little unfair. He went up in the air after we launched the cutter, but before the projectile got to him. Artemis is a good friend to have. Ow. At that time we waited until it couldn't possibly be dodged. Alright, far too much damage.
That's all the heads.
But, you know, we're making progress. So we took Strong Drink, right? With Strong Drink, I think we still go back to full.
Fell to you again, did it?
Yeah.
It fell to me indeed.
Yeah, I actually really like that boon.
My keepsakes.
I think when we first encountered it, I was like, I don't know, man. It doesn't seem like we're going to get all that much damage off of this. But, you know, that's not the only thing that matters. Alright, so what are we thinking now? We could push for more from Artemis. We could push for more from Ares. We haven't gotten the Stacking Doom thing yet, and it would be quite good, I think. Let's see if we can make that happen. Then Hydrolite's not really that cheap, but, I mean, well, duration is 3 chambers, not 3 encounters. So we'll waste the first 2 charges of it anyway, because we're at full. Yeah, there's no sense in buying that.
Bye, Asphodel.
That's right, because it would try to fire here, and then it would try to fire entering the first real room of Elysium.
The fields of Elysium. Fishing point there.
So it definitely seems like this,
Right there.
darkness... a carp. It definitely feels like this darkness heals you thing would be a little bit more interesting on a run where you already have the first few boss rewards too. I wasn't really thinking about that, but like the Hydra's worth 120 darkness the second time you beat it on a particular heat level, right? That's a lot of healing. Alright, I think we gotta take heart here. I think we gotta, like, really take max HP every time it occurs, but I would actually really like to get another hammer. Hopefully we can do that later. Yeah, wow, look at how big the multi-hit area on that is.
Here they come.
How did I manage to miss that? That's very embarrassing. Alright, 215. We have over 200 gold, but certainly not enough to shop with. That said, we're close to enough to shop with, and I think it makes sense to take the hammer here. We can get to 250 without having to take a dedicated gold reward. Yeah, I wasn't really thinking that this was going to be a ranged build day when we made our choices. But, like, this is the magic of a roguelike, right? You play what the game gives you rather than what you would have chosen, and sometimes you end up with something that you are very surprised by.
What else?
Like the Spear Wizard. Alright. Oh! Oh! Now that's interesting. Your dash strike deals plus 60% damage added to attack sequence, so it applies to the entire attack combo that comes off of the dash strike, is what I'm assuming that means. These all seem really interesting. I think the biggest problem with Draining Cutter is that we are not actually killing people with the special all that often. It's usually the doom after the special that's doing it. Healing is good, but I don't know that we're actually going to proc this healing all that often, and I do think that this is the way most of our attacks occur because of the way we apply weakness. We almost always want to dash in. So we're taking that.
Stronger.
Nalfon does indeed grow stronger. Hold on. Are we shopping next? We are not shopping next.
Let's see what's in here.
Yeah, I'll just take this. I would have bought darkness if there were darkness available. I know that we barely needed any of that, but I like having full health. So do we want Hermes? No, we're still looking for this Ares thing. What am I talking about? God, I hate chariots. What if there was never another chariot route? Imagine. That would truly be how we know the gods love us.
In the name of Hades.
I mean, Urge to Kill seems pretty good here.
I wonder something, Short One. You keep coming back, but I don't know why. You're trying to get out of here, aren't you? But something's killing you up there.
Asterius, maybe the most observant person in the entire game.
You've deduced more or less correctly, Asterius. And yes, let's say there are some challenges remaining once I get out of Elysium. Though I'd best say no more of it than that.
That's fine. It's good to know you've fallen just as often as I have. I may not be the one to kill you, but I'll soften you up for whoever does.
We have a complicated relationship. That right there would have been a really good time to have longer knuckles. Ugh, really bad, really bad. Yeah, only having one dash is costing me a lot here. I think the Greater Call is going to do a lot of the remaining work. We just build up to it without dying. Oh right, also, put the cast in him, dummy.
I hear you. Firing.
Stop.
I beat the Bull of Minos. Hello, Lord Ares.
Yeah, I definitely cannot be taking that much damage.
Olympus, I accept this message.
Oof, we cannot catch a break on this this boon thing. I mean, I guess Blood Frenzy's okay. Yeah, it's so much harder to escape from some kinds of attacks without the without that second dash. Damn it.
That one's rearming.
Yeah, against the armored bowman, it feels like you are basically guaranteed to get hit if you only have one dash. Like a lot of this is just me not being good at fighting them without the second one. Okay, that should kill him. Oh right, because there's two of them left, of course.
Set.
Alright, pretty good time for a shop, I think. I think we are just about at the end of this, though. Alright, we want boon plus food plus darkness, right? Well, that's a shame. I can't even use this second boon. It's gotta be Artemis, right?
Thank you, mate.
Even there in your underworld, it seems quality hunting gear doesn't come cheap, apparently.
Alright, pretty bummed out about this set of choices. Maybe I should have taken Hermes and hoped for the, what do you call it? The dodge. I mean, those weren't bad options. The rarity was bad, though.
Who dies first?
What on earth? Did one spawn underneath me? I think that's what happened. And I wasn't looking at my feet. I was trying to target the next attack. This room is like the answer to the final Jeopardy question. What is a room that everyone hates? Come on. Enough. If you get this room, you shouldn't have to do the boss. Oh, come on. I don't really feel like I was indicating that direction with my dash. You know, I'm playing on a keyboard over here, so one of the big advantages of a digital control scheme over an analog control scheme is that it should be very easy for me to indicate direction cleanly. But I sure did dash diagonally when I meant to dash orthogonally there.
So, I have heard that Achilles himself taught you how to fight. No wonder you can hold your own down there. That is amazing. Do be sure to honor him from time to time, got it?
Oh, does Artemis have maybe a little crush? At this point, I think we're finally taking True Shot.
What's for sale?
And then, yep. Don't think the Prometheus Stone is really worth taking here. Well, you know what we could use is another heart. Okay. So we will get 60% of the amount of darkness that we get out of this as health, but the amount in the trove doesn't seem to have a lot of relation to what comes out of the trove, and we've seen troves in Elysium be like a dozen armored eyeball guys. I think the odds that we're going to get an amount of health out of that matters is very, very small. Real good time for a fountain. Really, really good. And then this will be the pre-boss room, right? Yeah. Alright. Fingers crossed.
Tower of Olympus.
Okay. We got some good ones here. I think we want to take Drunken Strike, probably. We've managed to put together a really cool and fun build here, and I have a lot of confidence that under normal circumstances, we could take this to Hades. Unfortunately, our mirror situation today is not normal circumstances.
So, why look, Asterius, the fiend returns. The rumors that he fled to haunt the surface must have been mere lies.
Well, no, in this case, those rumors must have been quite accurate. It's just I'm back. Realized I didn't want a future for myself that didn't include crushing you repeatedly like this.
Oh, such clever excuse-making from one so versed in treachery. Well, if you are indeed contained within this realm, then we shall be delighted to make sure it always stays that way. Now come and fight.
I'm definitely getting a little bit nervous by how much people are figuring out what's going on.
Here, demon!
Okay, I'm a little extremely annoyed by him going around that pillar.
Attack with everything you have.
Arms so short.
Not finished.
Oof. I thought he was going to leap. We're going to save our greater call for after he's down.
Fight me in the open, fiend, or are you quite afraid?
He didn't actually walk. I thought he was going to walk away. I was waiting for that.
It shall take more than that.
All right.
Goddess Athena, I need your aid now.
Yeah, that's my bad. I got greedy. That's a pretty good iframe dodge, though. Come on, turn around. There we go. Turn around or just lower your shield for a second. Either one works.
That'll teach him. Very nice.
Hey, look, fan, we did it. You're my biggest fan on account of being my only fan. I am pleased that there's. It feels like there are fewer Theseus banners and more Asterius banners. I can be happy with that at least. Yeah, our build is bananas. What a good combination of things we have going on here. Okay. What are we thinking? It's gotta be the Myrmidon Bracer, right? It just has to be. Obviously, the big danger with the Myrmidon Bracer, and something that has been happening to us on the last couple of runs, is that if I dodge away from Hades' big spin attack, then I am taking 10% extra damage from it, and it does hit really hard. But we don't have a lot of other great defensive options, right? It's like this, or the Broken Spear Point, which is not relevant. Hades does not hit us several times quickly. He hits us one big time real hard. The Lucky Tooth is maybe, like, we should level up our Lucky Tooth. But I don't think it's gonna I don't think this is a good time to start. Yeah, I think it's the Bracer. We gotta level up this Tooth, though, so that it will be a more viable option. And then, yeah.
Just what I need.
Right, for the very low cost of the Eye of Lamia, I think it's pretty much always worth buying.
Done.
Well, we're doing well so far. And honestly, we've gotten so many hearts that
Almost out of here.
it isn't impossible we could win this. Yeah, if we... Okay. We could do this. We could do this. We have effectively 130% of a life bar. I'm bummed out to see no hearts in the shop, though. There ought to be one over here. I think there's always one over here. Yeah, let's grab that first. First? The money? No, the heart. The heart.
You. Good night.
And if we just survive to find the sack with the bonus fountain regen, the sack is going to take us back to full health when the fountain in the sack room is going to take us back to full health. So, almost certainly. So as long as we don't get actually totally killed here, I think we're in really good position for the Hades fight. Also, I have to say, I am, at this point, 100% convinced that the right move, the right mirror bonus for the dash, is this near-miss one. It's actually pretty generous about what it considers to be a near-miss. You just have to get used to playing without the extra dash, but I think this is super powerful. It's so much damage. It's such a huge amount of damage. Yeah, we can just kind of let him get chipped apart here. Not ideal. That's poison over there. Don't walk into the poison.
Artemis. I have him in my sights.
Thank you, Artemis.
Over there.
Okay, that went pretty smoothly. That was not so bad. Unfortunately, we did, both of our Eyes of Lamia had already ended by this chamber. Alright, so do we want the Artemis boon? Do we want to save up for the big Dionysus boon, the higher rarity? We might, actually, want to save up for that. Is there areas available over here? No, so we're not getting that, multi-doom stacking boon. Oh well. Obviously, it's not, like, totally critical to our plans or anything. It would have been nice, though. Just trying to make sure I'm keeping him weak. Dashing out and then back in to reapply weak so that the doom keeps ticking on them. Seems like it's probably pretty good. Probably pretty important to do. So we could here wash off a boon for a whole bunch of money. I don't know that I think that it's going to be very good to do that. I definitely still want Strong Drink. Yeah, I think we want all of these. Support Fire is definitely the one that we would be most likely, not just of these three, but of all of our boons to wash off, but not for 30 gold. Certainly not. I will say, I do feel like this is the place where Chthonic Vitality really, really shines the most over this darkness thing. Because what, each one of these little branches is 5 rooms, right?
Should fetch me something.
So you're getting 15 health back on each of them, and it adds up, man.
Yum.
Alright, well, we're certainly not doing any extra branches here. So we ended up at 376. I guess we are not buying that Dionysus boon after all.
I'll pay for that.
Yeah, pressure points.
Good enough to eat.
It's probably pressure points. Like, crits out of our doom are so huge.
Each violent countenance of Cerberus agrees the Satyr Sack must be destroyed.
Alright, boy, you show that contraband who's boss.
Bye for now, boy.
So we actually have, like, 400 health here. And what I think is actually pretty solid DPS. You know what? We might be able to pull this off. I sure hope so. Just gotta remember to keep the cast stuck in him. A lot is going to come down to how much the loss of the second dodge hurts me here.
Last night, no.
There was a time when Cerberus would never have permitted any soul to exit through that gateway there behind you.
Oh, that can't possibly be true. What about Orpheus, Theseus, Heracles, Odysseus? Countless tales of brave men delving into the underworld, then leaving whence they came.
They left on my authority alone, nor did they take for granted my good graces. You believe you are entitled simply to walk out of here, from your birthright and your responsibilities. but I am here to tell you no.
Well, I've never been a very good listener. Oops, that's the wrong direction.
I think not.
Feels pretty good so far. Unfortunately, the little baby Hydras are such a pain in the ass to fight with only one dash. They're really hard to catch up to. Oop, that's bad.
Where are you?
I'll take care of this.
How dare that?
Oops, that was bad. Yep, and I got caught in the back there, too.
Darkness.
Damn it. Yeah, we're dead. Okay.
No.
Oh, hi. Remember me?
Darkness.
Wait, he just... There are fake footprints in the snow. Did you see that? I thought he was right on top of us and about to come out of the darkness. But it looks like it was a bug, I think, because it persisted long after he finished doing his thing. Alright, will this work? No, it didn't make it around to him.
No.
Oh!
I told you, boy, that there is no escape.
Well, I am 100% sure that we would have won a comfortable victory there without the hugely, obviously, insanely worse version of Death Defiance.
For an old man. Hey, Hypnos, what would it take for you to let me through the locked door down the hall?
That's a good one. You know I can't let you enter your dad's private chambers anymore since you betrayed his trust and tried to run away from home. Sorry, master's orders.
Nothing for me back there anyway.
Oh, I don't have a nectar for... Hold on. You wait right there, Achilles. Let me go see if I can trade for a nectar real quick.
What's for sale?
Ah, keys. We do not have enough keys. I could get a key. This isn't even really a bad exchange rate. Buy 2 keys, use 1 to get to Nectar to give to Achilles, because we're trying to see if him favoring us actually affects his keepsake, and then another 1 to reset the mirror. I'm fine with that.
I'll take it. Here's the gemstones, then.
Okay. Oh, what's going on over here?
Mother, is there something I can do to help with all of this? I spend too much time away from the house. Please, let me know.
You are already doing what you can to help, my son. Continue doing so. Matters are at stake here concerning you and all of us. Your support and choices in this shape the outcome that shall come to pass.
I understand, and I will do my best. Thank you for taking care of everything. I have every faith in you, Mother, and in this house. Farewell.
Farewell.
Ah, now this is something, lad. I'd hate to think that you've returned to bring me this just for my sake. Though I'm grateful, really.
You've always been there for me, Achilles. Even when Father pushed me away. This is nothing. I don't think I can ever repay you.
How are we doing on him? So, hold on. When we finished off Karen... Oh, right! Hades still has... Okay. Karen has 6 hearts. So that doesn't necessarily mean that the others will too, but... potentially. Learn more by deepening your relationship with Achilles. Oh, interesting. Well, we're working on it as fast as we can.
Achilles, I ran into Meg's sisters out there. We didn't really hit it off. Meg said they're not permitted in the house. Not that I'm complaining, but what's that about?
They have not earned the right, lad, nor expressed any desire to exist here with the rest of us. Your father has assigned them to specific roles that suit their dispositions. They're not as sensible as Megara, in my experience.
That's what I was afraid of. Although fear is for the weak.
I don't know about all that.
Circumstances call for more pets.
As always.
The vicious three-faced guardhound of the gates of death barks out a brief hello.
Well, see you. Access to the administrative chamber, huh?
Oh, did we get... Wait, hold on. Oh. Well, do we want this more than we want to buy one of these things? Honestly, maybe. Maybe. I don't really care about Vanquisher's Keep. The vintage nectar is... It's not bad, certainly, but I'm actually real curious about this.
Contractor, work approved. Father always said if I wanted privilege access again, I'd have to earn it. I can't afford any of this.
And then, yeah, we'll keep working toward plunder, comma, superior. It's my favorite kind of plunder.
Never thought I'd come back here again. Let's check the numbers.
The security log. Escape attempt number 29. Does it remember... Oh, wow. So wait, why did this say favored and envied? That's interesting. It's not my fastest escape. No, certainly not. Favored and envied.
Oof.
Does it say it on any of the others? Yes. No, this says the first of many. Okay. Did it take us 19 tries? I guess so. What is the companion field for? Hold on a second. There's a whole field here that's just redacted that I don't even know what it is.
Well, back to it.
How much more game you think there is in this game?
The cool, purified waters of the Styx are available in limitless supply to all servants of the God of the Dead, authorized to work endlessly within the House Administrative Chamber.
And they have little paper cups and everything.
The job's #1 perk. No thanks.
Where do you think all of the paper comes from? We've not seen anybody making paper, but gosh, there's a lot of paper around here.
The Administrative Chamber's ever-working shades remain utterly dedicated to their thankless toil, all because of an inspiring rendition of how dedicated they ideally should be.
Everybody hang in there.
I was gonna do it. He stole my... that's the thing I was gonna do. What's this one? My permanent record. Interesting.
All my boons.
I mean, you can see which goddess we favor the most. It's not my fault. Her boons are just generally the best ones.
Aspects of my weapons.
Okay, well this stuff's... I mean... This is cool. Was this worth 2 diamonds? I don't know. What are diamonds even worth to us at this point? Wait a minute, hold on. Did we try going through the door over here? Is this door...
Remember, hang in there.
I love I love that there's a button to make him repeat the stupid thing he said, because he's sure that the only reason people didn't love it is because they didn't hear it before. And then, please tell me this is a thing for which there is only one line of dialogue.
Everybody hang in there.
You know what? Multiple takes of the same joke is maybe even better than that.
Within the recesses of the administrative chamber lies the elder sigil of the Master's House, a symbol of the fate-given authority to rule beneath the earth, and means by which to travel the entirety of all that dark domain.
Oh, really?
Could never get that blasted thing to work for me.
That's a shame. It seems like it would solve basically all of my problems immediately. Hold on. Just one more time, though.
You shades hang in there.
Not a single eye roll. I think they're already bored of me. Okay, let's go have a look at the prophecy. I think it only needed us to, oh, before we do that, I should probably drop off my fish, huh? I think it only needed us to attempt a run with the things enabled, not win the run, right?
Night.
At least I hope.
Totally
Ooh,
worth
more
it.
nectar. I should have turned that in first. I didn't realize we were going to get a fish that was worth 2 nectar. Well, we can save these for Meg and Thanatos.
Let's see. Clean the mantle, clean the rafters, clean the skulls, clean the bar room.
How on earth would you finish cleaning the skulls in this place? There's so many of them. Let's check our prophecy here. No, break free from the realm while influenced by all the many talents. How are we going to put together a break free from the realm run while using the absolutely god-awful stubborn defiance? I can't go down below 5 heat. I guess we have the wrong 6 heat. This is certainly a new challenge.
Haven't moved a muscle.
Like, we would drop calisthenics program, and we would instead go for damage control, I guess? Yeah. That's way less bad for us. Okay, I think that's how we would do it. I guess we're gonna be trying this for a while. This is gonna be really difficult.
Pretty scary serving platter there.
The game is so much harder with these garbage talents, but this will be like if we can pull it off with these, it'll really sharpen us up for everything else, right? So yeah, I guess we'll just roll out with the aspect of Zeus next time, and we'll see if we can't put it together. I'm gonna have to get a whole lot better at the actual Hades fight. I think is what we're learning here. Alright, well, that probably ought to be where we call it for today. Thank you all so much for watching. You know, the episodes, they tend to get a little bit on the long side. When you come back next time, whenever next time is, we're gonna try this Blitz disc out, and fingers crossed, maybe make something happen. And we'll see you then.